Hey everyone, welcome to Damai Scaling YouTube channel. I'm your host Eddie Wang, and today we are going to go over first the Jin changes, and then we are going to see some other characters that might or might not look interesting. So Jin actually got some fixes, and if you guys remember, my last video was named Jin's Life, and there were some really crazy bugs out there with Jin, like for example back to one whiffing on hit, and they actually tackled this on by saying that when the first attack is blocked or successful, the second attack would sometimes unnaturally whiff. This is now fixed. So what they mean is that if now you are at distance of some characters, for example in this case low, right? Let's say that you are at distance from low. If the first hit connects, the second hit will always going to connect as well. So this problem that used to haunt us and put us really afraid of using back to one, we can no longer fear the back to one anymore, because now we can actually whiff punish with it. And one of the things that you can do with whiff punishing of back to one is that being at +2, it doesn't really give much to Jin, but if people really are mashy, then your forward 3 is going to put you on a very better position compared to where you was before. For example, so if I step this, I can do this, and now you are going to get a big combo for people trying to mash. This is one of the most notable changes that Jin got in this patch, and there is another one which is related to this. Like if you block low now, this actually got the hitbox increased, and the characters are now launched much closer to Jin, meaning that this is now a much more reliable combo. If you guys remember, this used to be pretty hard to hit, right? But now it's a little bit more consistent. If you get like your timing down, this is a pretty much easier combo to connect. Just be wary that there are still characters that this is still going to whiff, and I'm going to switch to Eddie right now. So we have Eddie now, and this is a very dangerous situation, and it's one of the most annoying things that we always talked about as Jin. So whenever Eddie does a relax, Jin cannot while standing to launch Eddie properly, and even with this buff now, this is still going to be a problem. So don't expect this to actually launch Eddie. Unfortunately, it's not going to happen, and you're still gonna have to wait in order to get like a proper launch out of this, like out of this move, right? And you might as well just crush cancel into can-cans, which is going to be a lot better launch, right, compared to doing Western into. Unfortunately, it doesn't really solve this problem with Jin, but it's still better than nothing. I think those fixes are great in general, but not that I would expect any more from here out with Jin. But Namco really dropped the ball, because his rage drive when he's off axis still whiffs. His Zen 1-3 still makes wall combo enders inconsistent as hell. This move doesn't have range and doesn't really have tracking at all. For a down 4-1 is very linear, and this is some of the things that we would hope that maybe in the future they would actually fix. But it's a good start. I think in general the biggest buff from Jin is the back to one not whiffing anymore, and that is great because now you can play patient a little bit more, and it's going to be really nice to actually whiff punish people that like to bait out Jin with anything. And now you get to back to one into forward 3, or just mix as much as you please. So it's really quality of life change. I don't really care much about this, but if it launches Akuma on crouching geese. Unfortunately, Eddie slippery kick is something that we can still not launch with while standing 2 properly, so the hitbox wasn't really expanded as much as we would expect them to actually expand, maybe because they don't want Jin launching Xiaoyu when Eddie relax, or Zafina's moves out there with this stuff. So let's just see what they are going to do in the future. So this is the video for today, and see you guys on the next one.